The story of Gary the snake's great-grandmother Agnes the snake is genuinely heartbreaking, so in this video let's talk about it because she is one of the biggest reasons Zootopia exists in the first place. Agnes was a reptile with a huge heart who always wanted to bring animals together. Back then, reptiles didn't have a very good reputation. Many mammals were suspicious of them and didn't trust them, but Agnes never saw the world that way. She treated everyone equally and refused to judge others based on what species they were. She believed animals could live together and help one another. She was also a brilliant inventor. While studying the city, Agnes noticed that many animals struggled to live comfortably because of the climate. Some species suffered in cold environments, while others couldn't handle the heat. Because of these differences, many animals were separated and unable to fully thrive together. Seeing this problem inspired her to find a solution. Agnes spent years developing an idea that could change everything. She carefully planned and designed what would eventually become the weather walls, an invention that would allow different climates to exist within the same city. It was a revolutionary concept that could make life better for countless animals. She created the original patent and had the intelligence, vision, and determination to make it a reality. The problem was that Agnes wasn't wealthy. She had the idea, but she didn't have the money needed to bring it to life. To make her dream a reality, she needed financial support. Because she always tried to see the best in others, she decided to trust a rich and influential mammalian entrepreneur named Ebenezer Linksley. Unfortunately, Agnes had no idea that he was a ruthless fraud. She believed he shared her dream of helping others, but the only thing he cared about was taking her invention for himself. The moment he realized how groundbreaking her weather wall design was, he decided to steal it. He secretly created a fake patent under his own name and attempted to destroy the original patent that proved Agnes was the true inventor. His elderly tortoise maid caught him in the act. Realizing what he was doing, she secretly rescued the patent before it could be destroyed. When Ebenezer discovered this, he decided to eliminate anyone who could expose him. He murdered the maid using snake venom. Agnes arrived and found the tortoise's body lying beside her original patent. When the authorities arrived, Ebenezer immediately blamed everything on her. Because Agnes was a snake, people were quick to believe his story. The prejudice that already existed against reptiles made it easy for everyone to accept the accusation without question. As a result, Agnes was framed for a crime she didn't commit, and the reputation of reptiles became even worse. It was a devastating injustice, especially considering that she had devoted her life to helping animals live together in peace. But Agnes was incredibly clever. Before everything fell apart, she had hidden the original patent in her home. The document remained hidden there for an entire century, preserving the proof that she was the true creator of the invention that helped make Zootopia possible. Even though history remembered her as a villain for generations, the truth never completely disappeared. The reptiles could no longer live openly in Zootopia, and those who remained had to stay hidden. Meanwhile, Ebenezer became known as the hero everyone believed had created Zootopia. He was celebrated as the visionary who made the city possible, the animal who supposedly cared about bringing everyone together and improving life for all species. Agnes, on the other hand, was completely erased from the story. The dream she had dedicated her life to was now in the hands of a ruthless family. The Linksleys inherited both the credit for her invention and the power that came with it. For the next 100 years, they remained in control while the truth stayed buried. Reptiles had already faced prejudice before Agnes was framed, but after that incident, their situation became much worse. They were pushed to the margins of society, forced to live in secrecy while the family responsible for their suffering continued to prosper. What makes Agnes's story even more tragic is that everything she ever wanted was the exact opposite of what happened.
Judy, the world was never meant to be on one animal's shoulders. That's why my great-grandma wanted Zootopia to be for everyone, so we could all help each other.
Her goal was to unite animals and create a better future for everyone. Instead, her name became associated with a crime she never committed, and her invention was used to elevate the very people who destroyed her life. Fortunately, the truth did not stay hidden forever. After a century of lies, the evidence finally came to light. The Linksley family's crimes were exposed, they lost their power, and they were ultimately arrested. At long last, Agnes received the recognition she had deserved all along. The world finally learned that she was the true inventor of the weather walls and the real reason Zootopia was able to exist. Sadly, Agnes wasn't alive to witness her name being cleared. She never got to see the city thank her for what she had accomplished. She never got to experience the respect and admiration that should have been hers from the beginning. Even so, her legacy lives on. The reason the truth was able to come out at all was because Agnes had the foresight to hide the original patent in her home. That single decision ended up changing everything. If the patent had been destroyed, the Linksley family might have kept their power forever, and Agnes's role in history could have been lost permanently. Instead, the evidence survived. The truth was revealed. The reptiles were welcomed back into Zootopia, and they were finally able to live openly without fear or the need to hide. She was the foundation of everything Zootopia became. Without her vision, her intelligence, and her determination to solve a problem that affected countless animals, there wouldn't be a Zootopia at all. Even though she spent most of history forgotten and wrongly blamed, the city itself stands as proof of the incredible impact she had on others' lives.